What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It has been a hot minute since we've been here. I just want to let you guys know what was happening. I was sick for like a week and a half, and then another week after that, I was just completely out of it with my voice. Even right now, it's not that great. I don't think my voice was ever good, but it just sounded like I was smoking like 12 packs a day. So I didn't want to film anything on that. Today I got a great video for you guys of the deck profile that I've been using for locals. The last couple weeks I've been back. It's pretty fun. I just like the deck. It's Volcanic, if you can't tell by the video description and the profile. Yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy that. I had a really good run with it. I don't think I've lost an actual game with it the last few weeks I've been back. The first time I came back was the charity event, and for that, my game won against Voiceless Voice. I won in time. That was during the Runic build of it. I ended up just giving him the win because I started a new job, and it starts before Locals usually ends, so I need to leave before that, so I figured it's one of the better players at Locals. He might actually just win it, so I gave him the win. He didn't win it. Sorry, Tyler. But yeah, and then game 2 was against Dragon Link, if I remember correctly. Beat him 2-0. No, sorry, 2-1. He did give me one game. And then I think my final match was against... Oh, what was it? Because I messed it up with the Runic cards. I can't remember, honestly. But I do remember I activated a Runic card my turn 1 to beat him, to set up. And then I completely forgot, went to battle phase to clear all this stuff, and we didn't even catch it until the end. But it was last duel and we both had to leave, so we just played it as was. So beat him 2-1 as well. But misplays, he should catch that, be better than me. And then last week, my game 1 was against nobody because I got the bye. That was on Tuesday, this last Tuesday. Game 2 was against Trap Tricks. Beat him 2-0 or 2-1, can't really quite remember. And then my game 3 was against another one of the good players at Locals, Noah, shout out. He was on Fire King as I'm in a Snake Eye. Lost the die roll on that, but he does a hell of a card. I just took his Snake Eyes Ash, info comboed from there. It was kind of fun. And then game 2, I drew Snatch Deal, took a Snake Eyes Ash again, comboed from there. It's kind of fun. I just stole all his cards. Basically didn't even play my own deck. Yeah, so that was kind of fun. But I haven't lost a game with it. It's just super fun. You just kind of FTK them before they can do anything to you. I actually didn't even FTK anyone. My game 1, well, round 2, game 1, I was a body short and just couldn't do it. But then he made a mistake of popping my reload in the background, my back row, and then I just used it to send the scatter shots and burn him and destroy his whole board, and he had no more plays after that. So that was kind of funny. But before I send it over to the deck profile, I want to shout out Sage Killah. Preston, if you don't know, he's a good friend at Locals. I just wanted to send you all over here. This is his YouTube page. I'll put the link to it in the description. I'd really appreciate it if you guys went over there and subscribed to him. He's just started a new series of the Seller series. I think it's his most recent video. Yep, episode 1 is up 2 days ago. I'd really appreciate if you guys went over there, subscribed, liked his videos, leave him a comment. He makes really good content, way better production value than me, as you can tell from his thumbnails. Yeah, he's a really chill guy. He usually does like market watches and stuff if you're interested in that. But yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you guys went over there, showed him some support. So yeah, as you can see, I'm subscribed, and if I'm subscribed, you guys should be subscribed. Alright, appreciate it, guys. You guys have a great day. Peace out.
What's going on, guys? So today I'm going to show you the deck that I brought to Locals the last couple days since I've been back from being sick. That's Volcanics. Super fun deck. I don't know what it is about the deck, but it's just so much fun. I was a big GX fan. Axel Brody's kind of dope. I mean, being the only guy that beat the Supreme King, tied him, I suppose. But, you know, he's got cred. So I just thought the deck was really fun. We are playing the FTK version, so that's not as fun. But, you know, we got these new bomb tokens in the OTS. I was just like, you know what, I should revisit this deck, because the Diabell stuff got reprinted in Bonanza, so it's all pretty cheap now. I think I got it all for like 30 bucks. Not bad at all for something that used to be like $300 to $400 just to get it all. Actually, it's way higher than that, because I think I sold it all for like 500 when it was all up. I didn't even have all my bonfires at that point. Yeah, so cool token. So let's get into the main deck. So starting off with the Volcanic engine, we got the 3 Trooper. This card's really dope. It searches, it's a Stratos on summon, normal or special, and then it can discard 1 to give your opponent a bomb token. That's really good. You need it for the FTK. But overall, it's just a great card because you can just get anything in your deck. And I'm playing 2 Rimfires. You only need 2. I think I've only won the third one time, and that was just to get a Scattershot play up, but like no big deal. So it has 2 really good effects. When it goes to grave, it triggers both these effects, but you can only do 1 at a time, and each is once per turn, but you can do both in the same turn. So you can banish itself to Foolish any other Volcanic monster, which is really good. You can get you your shells for a lot of bodies later, or it can get you this guy, or it can also just like do Trooper for Promethean Princess plays later to get to your engine. That comes up in another one of these engines. Or the other effect is you can banish a Blaze Accelerator card from your grave or your field, and then place 1 from deck. So that's really good. Gets you around a couple of the conditions on them. Then we're playing 1 Emperor. I did have this at 2 earlier, but this was just because I wanted multiples of it. Because the other bird, DD Crow, was pretty popular during that format, so I wanted 2 of it just to play around that, or an SP banish. But since I put in the FTK package, you only need the 1. They're not gonna be able to banish it. So this one's really cool. You banish 3 Pyros from your graveyard, and then special summon it from either hand or grave, and then burn your opponent for 500 for each banished Pyro, and then sets a trap from deck, a Volcanic trap, which is very important for the FTK. And then every time your opponent special summons, they lose 500, not activated. So it's just Tax Dragon, which is pretty dope. 31 is kind of hard to get over, so usually people have to SP that thing. And then we got 3 Shell. Everyone knows what Shell does. You pay 500, add another Shell when it's in grave. I abuse this to no end. I'll Oak Summon back, put it back in grave, search again, without even, like, I just have 2 Shells in hand, it's just free discard fodder. And then we're playing 3 Scattershot. I always see people argue about this for no reason. They're just like, oh, what's the reason for playing this? And don't say just to Scattershot right kick your opponent. Why not? It's so free. And just adds an extra interruption if you don't end up getting the FTK off, or it's another 1500 burn. Like, it's so good. And then 1 Blaze Accelerator. You don't ever want to see this. It's just a requirement for this, which is the Volcanic Blaze Accelerator. So to activate this, you need to send the original. So you gotta play the original. And then you can target a face-up monster your opponent controls, send a level 1 Pyro, not Volcanic, just Pyro. So that comes up a lot. Pop it, and then you can get a free special summon of Volcanic from your hand. And that's a soft once per turn. So if you have multiple of these, you can do all those, which is how the Rimfire works. You can banish this from field and place another one without needing to play more bricks of the original Blaze Accelerator. So you can do a lot of spammy stuff with that, or break boards with that. And then we're playing 3 Reload. A lot of people are on 2, but like, this is mainly at 3 because I was playing the Runic build before, and there's just so many ways to discard. Every single runic is a discard, so you can get this engraved and just go crazy. So on field, it's a pitch a volcanic monster, a volcanic card actually, and draw one. So not too big of a deal. It comes up sometimes, and you can scatter shot from the hand. But what's engraved, you can banish it to Foolish Burial any volcanic card, any monster. So you can like scatter shot your opponent, blow up your field, deal 15, or it can just get you into your plays for stuff that you're missing. So it's just a crazy card. We're playing the 1 Volcanic Emission. This is part of the FTK. So you can target a Pyro monster on either field. If it's on your field, you burn them for half the attack. If it's on your opponent's field, you burn them for the full attack. Or it also has another effect that you can summon a Volcanic monster from the deck, ignoring its summoning condition. So like you can cheat out the big guy, or the original. That's pretty dope. So that's all the Volcanic cards for the engine. Now we got supporting engines. So we play the Snake Eyes package because it's a level, you got like 11 level 1 fires, so why not play this? It's just free bodies, and it makes the FTK so much easier. If you're playing the standard lineup, well, these two are very standard because they're at 1. You could play more than 1 Oak. Oak really is kind of nasty in this deck because it just resets a lot of your graveyard effects, but no real reason to. Flamebridge, again, resets your graveyard effects. And then you're on, I do 1 Witch and the 3 One-Eds. You could play more Witch if you really wanted to, just to see it more often. But half the time, just like, I don't really need it. Like, this just feels fine. Your deck's like all gas anyways, so there's no real point to overdo one specific part of it. And then we're on 2 of the OSS. This could just be 1 OSS and another search target. I just liked having Poplar and Witch both being able to search. And like if you see one and not the other, not like having something that only one or the other can search. Like there's not very many good Snake Eyes cards if you're not playing the field spell. And we can't really play the field spell in this version because of the next engine. So having this is fine. It's either follow-up or, free discard fodder. So like, who cares? So that's all the Snake Eye stuff. And then we're playing the Fire King package because this has a really cool line of bridging into your volcanic stuff. So we're on 1 Ponix. You get to it with OSS, so you don't really need anything else. 1 Garunix, 1 Kieran. This could be 2 Kieran, just for more grind game, but it's the FTK version, so you don't really need it. This is basically just like body spam stuff. 1 of Arvata, just get card, free body. And then something that you don't see in a Fire King build is the Little Kieran. You play this and this because this becomes a Foolish Burial for any fire if it gets popped. So instead of Garunix popping the big Kieran, you pop this instead, and then this can send your Rimfire, which can get a fire monster engraved, one of your volcanic cards engraved. Or if you started with the Blade Accelerator, you can get rid of that and set up more of those plays. So it's a good bridge. Really bad brick, but is what it is. And then you're playing the 1 Sanctuary, 1 Island, and then we're playing 1 Circle to Fire King. It just kind of helps to get pieces out again from your grave, and it's an FTK again, so why would you need for your other search to be the pop card one? So instead we're doing this to get more revives out, reset the dragon if it got stopped, or just like if you had to dump the trooper, you can get the trooper special summon off of this, so it's really good. And that is the Fire King engine. And then we're playing the Horus package. This deck's just a who's who of engines. So 3 Glory, 1 of the Brick of Happy, and then 2 King Sark. This engine is actually so crazy in this deck because you see either Emissary or King Sark with a shell, and it's just free fodder all the way. You send shell, you add shell, you send shell, and you get both your bodies and you get your shell back again. So it's just like super free. And that was really good. Just spam bodies, get you to the pieces. And then the package for the FTK, Inari Fire. So if you don't know what these cards do, this can get summoned from the deck by sending a spellcaster, just any spellcaster, and a level 4 or lower fire monster. And when it gets summoned, it'll burn 1,000, not 1,000. It'll burn equal to an attack of your opponent's monster. So you give them the bomb token, and then you burn them for 1,000 with this. And then when it goes to grave, you search this card. And what this card does is you tribute a fire monster and then burn your opponent equal to the attack. So that usually sets up it sets up game-winning damage. But these by themselves usually are like 4k damage. Like it's a large part of the FTK. And then supporting cards. We got 3 Bonfire. Way better in this deck than any other deck because your entire deck is Pyros. So it just searches for everything. 2 Fire Recovery. This card's really good in this deck. So you target a fire monster in your grave, send a monster from hand to grave, and then revive that. But what's really good is the graveyard effect, which lets you shuffle back 3 fire monsters from either your graveyard or your banish, and then draw one. So this actually allows you to do the Scattershot Raigeki effect multiple times in a turn. That actually comes up a lot. A lot more than it probably should. Or you can reset your shells and get more free ads if that's what you're needing. That's really just dope. You can also put back like a Poplar Ash, and then use your OSS to add the Ash back and then go through that line again. And you can also put back the dragon, Flamebridge Dragon. So it just has so much application. Really good. Playing 1 Foolish Burial of Goods. It's a hard once per turn, and you don't really need it, but it's really good because you can just send your reload, that trap card, and then get a Foolish Burial. So just a nice card to have. And then finally we just got Droplet. Really good at board breaking, and you want a lot of your stuff in the graveyard. So it just works out really well. Like today, during the finals match, I was facing Snake Eye Fire King, and he had the Azamina negate up and a Flamebridge with a IP in the back row, and his draw phase used this, sent the reload and just a monster, I think it was a Ponix, negated both of those, and then had my reload set up to blow up their entire board, which turned off most of their interaction. Made them burn through their Fire King stuff, so that was really good. And then we have our extra deck. I actually don't know how many cards this is. I think it's like 54 or something. My other version was 60 because I was playing grass just to get everything out and then get set up like rank draws so I could always get a draw 3. It's kind of cool. So for this, I kind of got this backwards. So first we got the Anima. This is your spellcaster usually to get to the Inari. But it's also good just to be like take stuff. I would be playing this at 2 if I could find my other one. Then we got our Charmers. We're playing Hida and the Dark. The Dark you can get to with the Horus cards or Anima, turning one of your fires into a Dark, or a Diabel. So it's a very generic, good one to have in your extra deck. Hida was the MVP today. When I faced the Fire King Snake Eyes guy, I took so many of his cards. I took the Ash and was able to play from there. Like I had no way to play, so I took his Ash and just full comboed. And then actually it wasn't this card, it was one of my extra deck cards that did the other one. This actually works really well because I'm just gonna skip ahead to this. Because we're also playing Zombie Vampire, and Zombie Vampire has the ability to use the stolen monsters from your opponent's side to have a level, so like no link monsters or XYZs, and trade as level 8 for the summon, so it's really dope. So these come into handy very much for that. We're playing 1 IP, 1 SP, like just standard stuff. IP usually doesn't come up, but if you get stopped on one of your burns, you're not going to be able to FTK anymore. Pseudo FTK, I guess. It has to get to your opponent because you need to use the traps to do it. So this is going to be part of your end board if you get stopped at some point. Pin night early. This honestly shouldn't be in here anymore because I want to play the other anima. I just couldn't find it. But it's a generic fire monster that if a card it points to activates its effect. So normally how I have it set up is like this, early pointing to the IP effect, then chain it early. So when a monster points to activate its effect, you can quick effect use this, and then target an opponent's monster, make its attack 0, and then negate its effects for the rest of the turn. So it's a pseudo negate. But like one of the best parts about it is that it's a generic fire to get out of the Promethean Princess lock. And then we got Transverser. That's how you do the FTK. Because you need to give your opponent the Pyro monster to be able to burn them for the full damage. So you switch their token that you gave them with the Trooper, and then usually it's your Emperor, your big guy, that you give them, and that's how you do that. One Selene, not necessary, but kind of cool. You're playing a lot of spells, and then you just revive stuff like your Witch or your Horse, Glory Horse. That's a spellcaster. A lot of people kind of forget that. So it kind of makes your rank 8 plays work a little bit more. You can get to multiple rank 8 XYZs. Really, really cool. Or if you like dumped the Witch at some point for like a Horus effect, you can just summon it back out off of this and get the effect anyways. Make it a little more free. And then Corinthian Princess, just the craziest card ever printed in the extra deck. That is not Appaloosa or Gumblor. Okay, there's a lot better cards, but really a really good generic support card for fire monsters, fire decks. Like, I don't know, this card's gonna get banned at some point. And then we got Whale, just an easy way to get rid of the fire lock. And then we got World Sea. This is just for killing your opponent the old-fashioned way of attacking, so go in second. You just go into this, special summon everything back out with its effect. Princess pops something in your side and their side. So normally this Amble Whale would have been the Salamangreat Link 4, but I'm not spending that amount of money on that. It seems like a waste. And we got an access code, just you put up a lot of bodies, so sometimes it just comes up where you need something that doesn't target and can't be responded to, and it's 5300. Well, this will never be 53 unless you use the Selene, because Promethean locks you. But then we have the XYZs, which is just Zombie Vampire, and the Photon Lord. Again, if you get stopped, you need something for an actual end board. So it's a Monster Negate, and this gets your plays going sometimes. And you're in a weird spot, and then a Typhon. But the only thing that should be different in here, I don't like Typhon. Well, I mean, I like Typhon, but there's stuff in here that needs to come out. Like Typhon early. This should be another anima, and this should be a whatchamacallit, a Link Spider. And the reason why you need a Link Spider is because Promethean needs effect monsters. So when you take their token with the Transverser, like it came up today during my round 1, like I only had Transverser and the token out because I was missing the body because he stopped me at some point. And I needed a fire monster to be able to tribute, but I couldn't get there. So like the highest I could do was the Hida Charmer, which would have left him at 50 life points after it was all said and done. So I needed this to become a token, Link Spider, so that I can have 2 effect monsters go to Promethean and then burn it for the full 27. I also would have got the dragon back from my graveyard, and that would have been a good follow-up as well. So once things need to get changed in there. Extra deck, it's really generic. Like I basically just took it from my runic build. Like these Dark Rulers shouldn't be in here anymore, so we can just ignore those because you're always trying to kill. But it's just go in second cards. A bunch of back row hate. These are also pseudo monster hate. Just really good to get rid of a bunch of problematic stuff. 2 Raigekis. Again, we're just trying to kill him. And we don't need much going first stuff because we're just a FTK deck. And then just the lineup of steel cards. I still can't believe all this is legal. Like, this is just insane. Like, if your opponent put up a 5 monster board and I drew all 5 of these, like, your board's mine. But Snatch Steal was MVP. Because I stole his Snake Eyes Ash that he brought back on another turn, and then used the Snake Eyes Ash and the Steel in itself, so it was just so free and full combo from there. I also used the Mind Con on the Promethean Princess, and just was able to combo from there as well. Like, they just went so hard for no reason. And I just got a Thrust, fill out the playset of the Lightning Storms and the Raigekis, and then like Inferno, which is like a monster negate. You set this if you can't do the FTK sometimes, but like it's not worth having in. This be like something I put in for like 10 pi if it was a hand trap build. So like, yeah, so you chain it to a monster effect, you banish a fire monster, or pyro monster, I don't remember. Yeah, one pyro monster. And if it's volcanic, it'll negate the monster effect it was chained to. So that's pretty dope. And also burns for 500. Like, it's okay as an end board piece, but like, your FTK. And then the barrier. Originally there was the, like these two should have been more thrusts. And that's how this was supposed to be. But I literally just threw this together after I switched from the Runic build. Yeah, so pretty good. We got first, I don't know if I said that, and we got Bonanza as our prize support. We got 4 packs, it was a 9-man local. Sadly, I got the buy round one, which just kind of sucked. But yeah, we got some okay stuff. We got a CR Howitzer. I tried to convince the guy who plays Ancient Gear to buy this off me, but he doesn't. He either doesn't play it or he said he had the keys. Yeah, I don't remember. Because he bought a case of this set. Platinum's Skull, Summon Skull, Bigfoot, and Stein. Drill Warrior. Edison guy was kind of interested in this, but he didn't want it. QCR Lurie. Best thing we got. I haven't even looked at the prices, but I doubt any of this is worth anything. Marauding Captain was the last Edison. What is it? I don't know what the pool's called. The old people pool. Yeah, the Bigfoot was from the main set. But Cyberstein's kind of cool. If this ever comes back, I don't know how it would ever come back. It's freaking broken. That's cool to have. And Drill Warrior too. And then we got just like generic stuff, like another Grass. Still sad I bought this for 25 when it came off the list. But hey, I got an OG. Dragon Lords, pretty cool. A Wind Charmer. I wish this was a higher rarity that I pulled, because I would love to have all these in secret. Another Lurie. House Dragon Maid. Shout out the old Ubellis that use this to kill people. And then Punishment, like, pretty cool stuff. But yeah, my round 1 got the buy. Round 2 we did Trap Tricks. So like not very impressive stuff, but the round 3 was the Snake Eyes Fire King guy. And we're all really good friends. It's not that big of a locals. 9-man was actually really big for a Tuesday. Should have been 4 rounds, but they wanted to close. So they just kind of kicked us out, which kind of sucked. I would have liked to do the round 4. But yeah. I did buy, I had to go to Walmart when I got back, so I did buy a Rage of the Abyss thingy. So we can open that, I guess. Free content. Oh, we got the Playmaker token. Dope. These tokens are actually worth quite a bit. I got like 2 of the Yugi ones, and they're like $7-8. I don't know why I keep buying these. I never pull anything good from them. It's always one Ultra that I pull, and none of the Ultras are worth anything. But hey, if you keep buying it, Eventually. It's gotta be good. Wow. Primate Roar. Dookie. Ooh, Mimigal. Mimigal shout out. Silva. Hate this card. Oh, another Mimigal. How many Mimigals? 2 Mimigals in that pack. Great money value. Actually, I was testing a build of the Mimigal with Fork because I was just thinking about it. It's like a really good level 1 extender is the actually I got it here over here. Shout out Preston, bringing me these, upgrading my supers. This card's a really good level 1 extender. And I was like, Fork is so free with this card, so I was trying to test that out. I played 2 duels with it. Got clapped both times because I was actually at the next mark for the Mimigal climb to 1,000, but I got sick for 2 weeks. Well, I was sick for like a week and a half, but my voice was so messed up that I didn't want to film. I was like, send this, free draws, get this back. It just seemed kind of like a really dope idea. I'll leave the description a link to his channel. He does really good content. He's got a seller series coming up. Dang, these are really bad. Where's my Malt Charmy, bro? Oh, Mimigal. Oh, Link Monster. I don't think there's any good Link Monsters. Bro, I have so many of this thing. It's horrible. Yeah. Any other Mimigals? Nope, just the one. I think this card's actually really cool. Free Chaos Angel. And just sucks up all your ward. I don't know. If I was playing Whitewoods, I'd play this. Super cool card. Alright, yeah. I'm just yapping at this point. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and look out for the, I don't remember what episode we're on now. I think it should be the fourth or 5th episode of the Climb to 1,000. I just need to get that like 20 rating back from losing those 2 duels. I kind of forgot I was at that threshold, but I really wanted to test that and then just kind of get clapped. It should be a lot easier now though. 2-week break. So everyone that's actually good at the game should probably be higher. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.